Thank you for joining the Syndicate Network and your host, Skywalker the Jedi. Skywalker the Jedi.
Can you guys hear me? Testing, 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 testing. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit to come in here and give you guys a little bit, and then yeah, we'll be getting started in one moment. Give you guys 1 second. What's going on, Antonio Lopez, Curly Ray? I'm gonna give you guys a little bit longer to file in here. We'll be getting started shortly. You guys, give me that thumbs up if you can hear me all right, so I know that I'm good. Got my headset on and I'm ready to rock. Just want to make sure that you guys can hear me. All right, one moment. Give me one moment, and then we'll be getting started shortly. Thank y'all for filing in here. We about to get this thing going. Just give me 1 second. Um, for those of you guys that don't know, yesterday the main man Zack Snyder really kind of put his foot down and weighed in on the matter. He chimed in the form of a repost of our trending event date on 318. He reposted a post from the homie Floyd Lawton, who was sharing this wonderful tribute video for ZSJL. And yeah, Zach really rocked out and reposted that to his official Twitter account. For you guys that aren't really aware or may not be in the know, Zach really typically does not post on his Twitter. Um, the other day, we had a situation where he kind of weighed in and uh, showed his support for this Man of Steel article that was talking about how his Superman trailer is still one of the best trailers that DC has ever made. And he really chimed in and said cool stuff, right? Which kind of should have put us on some kind of notice because Zach typically uh does not post about anything on Twitter, right? So we had that happen first, which really took a lot of people back. I discussed it on the Zack Snyder Hour the other night about how impactful that was, and how I think that Zach was clearly still trying to tease some sort of interest in doing DC, right? And you fast forward a couple days later, and now we do not have to guess, we do not have to assume, we don't have to interpolate, you know what I'm saying, or anything. Zach just went out there and just posted the 318 trending event that we got coming up. So super, super dope. What I would like to say is this is one of the things that has been the best things that have come out of this entire situation, I think, is this 100% continues to shine a light on who is really here for what reasons, right? Who is really here to try to, you know, continue to put on for Zach's work and to try to get this thing through to the finish line, right? We have people that are clearly here for that, um, and we have people that are clearly here for other reasons, right? We got the homie Floyd Lawton. who was the man that put that tweet out yesterday. He just stopped into the space. What's going on, Floyd Lawton? Be sure to request a mic if you get a chance, sir. We'd love to hear what you got to say. But yeah, going back to yesterday, I think that one of the main things that this has done is this has really highlighted who's here for Zach's projects and who's here to try to really be effective versus who's here to try to push their own narratives and push their own clout, man. Never in my life, never, never, right? Even after Zach signed my poster in the manner in which he signed it, right? Where he put hashtag Snyderverse and then under it put sell it, right? You even had people that was trying to make that a hashtag when it clearly wasn't something that he was trying to do, right? But in this situation, you legit have people that got their marching orders from Zach. Zach, like, yo, we on this sale trending day 318. That's what we talking about. And yet people feel that they know better, right? They think that they know better. They're like, hey, I know that Zach is rocking with sale. I see what the hell he was just trying to put forward, right? I see what he was just trying to garner attention for. But hey, I'm gonna go try to garner attention for something else because I don't like who is behind the hashtags that Zach is fucking promoting. We are in wacky times, ladies and gentlemen. I never would have thought that I would have seen this, right? Can anybody ever recall a time where Zack Snyder said, hey, we gonna push this, we gonna do this on this day? Have you ever seen a time where people were like, fuck that, we gonna do something else? Right? Can anybody ever remember that happening? You know, Zach showing love for release the Snyder cut. Hey guys, we're gonna do this on this day, and then the fandom come out. Oh nah, actually, Zach, we got this. We got new hashtags I ain't even fucking heard of before. In the nightmare. What the hell is going on around here, dog? Right? Does this not look ridiculous? Does anybody not see what's going on? Right? And yet they call us crazy, right? When people say, hey, maybe these people are Warner Brothers plants, right? Maybe there's something more nefarious going on right now. You know, never in my life have I ever seen the Zack Snyder fan base get their margin orders from Zach and then say, fuck it, I'm good. I'm gonna go do my own thing. We're gonna keep making up new hashtags besides the one that Zach just told us to promote. This is crazy. But we got the man of the hour requesting the mic. We got the homie Floyd Lawton in the building. Bruh, as soon as you get your mic situation straight, bro, go ahead and ask your questions, make your comment. The floor is all yours, Brody. We chilling today. So let me know when you in here. And yep, I'm gonna wait for you, Brody.
Yo, can you hear me, bro?
Yes, sir.
Yo, how you feeling, man?
Hey, I'm feeling great, dog. Like, hey, cause look, not only right did your tweet break the internet yesterday from the from that Zack Snyder repost, right? But you know what we've been working on. So I've already been in like a fantastic ass mood, bro. You get what
Facts,
I'm
bro.
saying? Like Like we already been on cloud nine, working on something super, super dope and special, right? Just out here with our heads down, working, staying out the way. But then this happens, and it's like, oh man, this just gave us a whole new, just a whole new lease on life. Wouldn't you say so?
100%, bro. I've been working behind the scenes too. I ain't been posting no videos yet, but yeah, man, I'm getting my weight up, just doing things behind the scenes, getting ready for what's to come. So I'm definitely excited for that. And they not prepared, bro. They not prepared.
They not, bro. You know,
They not.
and
And,
I actually just real quick, I was actually having a conversation with the homie Leon. I actually think that that things like this start happening because of what we got going on in the the background, bro.
exactly. That's what I'm saying, man.
Right?
It, it's the energy that we bring, the positivity, like you said, staying out the way, not doing anything outlandish or crazy or snake like, you know what I mean? We keep it 100, we keep it moving, and you know what I mean? We put in we put into the world, and then we receive back what we put in. So that's the way I see it. And when I woke up this morning, that shit was crazy, and saw that Zack Snyder had retweeted what um what I had posted. All I thought about is what Austin had said about how God got us, you know, he got our back, you know, that's the way we move, you know what I mean? And we're real fans, and we're genuine people, and that's what makes us solid. Like and that's what makes everything so exciting about 318 and what we got coming up after that. And I definitely got more to say, but what do you have to say about that?
No, I totally agree with you, bro. Wholeheartedly. We've just been quiet in our little corner, working, and there's been a lot of attempts to like not only drown us out, but I think that what's going on is that there's an attempt to erase what like who actually has been bringing these conversations to the forefront. I was having a talk with Leon the other day, man, and I'll kind of tell you about what happened more later, but I don't want to go too much into detail. But we were made aware that there's probably been a push to like erase everything that can be erased, like about who actually started and has been maintaining this campaign, right? And we had just seen that like 2 weeks ago, right? And so, um, for us to kind of be in this moment now, kind of like full circle, where you have Zach literally, who, if I'm not mistaken, I think I saw a post where he announced full circle on 315
Right.
uh in 2000, what was that, 23, right? So even on the anniversary of him announcing full circle, he engages with our hashtags, but he's never done on Twitter, which is a platform he's hardly ever on, right?
Well,
Like, and at a time where it seemed pretty clear, Floyd, like what the mandate was, and yet I'm still, bruh. I saw a lot of people confused. They're
oh
sitting there saying, "What does this mean?" I'm like, "What do you mean? What does this mean, bro?"
yeah.
Like the instructions were right there. 3/18/2025. We're trending sales ZSJL and sales Snyderverse and Netflix, but somehow people just confused when it's our hashtags. Floyd, I don't know what's going on, bro.
Nah, I definitely feel you. I do think that there is a plan, a plot to erase the work that one we've all put in, and two the fact that you guys were the founders of this movement, and that is why when I saw what Zach did, my first response was one, just to let him know what our movement was about, and then two, to actually let it be known who was the founders and the individuals behind this movement, the real faces behind the movement, because I already know that when people saw that there was gonna be these bullshit narratives and they were gonna try and spin things. And I got a lot of that shit today. Actually, a lot of people just trying to either spin it in a negative way because they dislike the hashtag, they prefer a different hashtag, or simply because they don't like Zack Snyder's movies. And then I got the individuals who have literally shit on this movement multiple times. People who I'm included in the movement. So if you're shitting on the movement, you're shitting on me. You're shitting on people that I care about. You know what I mean? We've seen each other's faces. We meet up in person. This shit isn't just internet shit. So when you disrespect us, it's like how you're just gonna come around and try to be like, oh, congratulations, blase, blase. Like everything is just cool. Like like yesterday you weren't just on stream, like saying like, oh, Cell ain't it, we gotta rock with proceeding with Warner Brothers, even though they continue to just basically just not give the fans what they want. So I already knew that when Zach did what he did, that they were gonna try and drown us out, drown you
He
guys out.
said,
The
he
people
said, what
that
does
the
this
people that
mean,
actually
Floyd?
right, exactly. You know what I
What
mean?
does this all mean, bro? What is this?
Right,
I'm
like
like, oh, I know what this means. This means let's try and restore the Snyder, bro. That shit is so great, bro. I've never seen any part of
bro,
this fandom
they were
just
trying
straight
so
up
hard.
buck, just straight up buck what Zack Snyder said, bro.
They've been trying hard all day, but I'm so happy that Cell has still, you know, kind of outshined all of the pushback that we've been getting. I know it's not just about hashtags, of course, it's about getting the completion of these movies. But when you see that it's working, when you see that the ROEs are working, you see that Zach is on board, but you're still deciding to just go the opposite way, or incorporate both, like like you were there for it. Like I don't understand that, man. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't get it either, man. It's very, very strange times. We do got the homie Leon here. Thank you for stopping through, Leon. What's going on with you? How are you feeling?
Yo, Leon's good, bro.
Yo, what's good, man? I'm doing great, man. It's y'all got an echo or is that just me?
Nah, I don't hear echo.
Oh, it went away when Scott. I don't know what that is. I'm not tripping about it. I just want to make sure I'm not bothering or it's not bothering everybody else. Anyway, though, I'm glad we're doing this space because I'm not gonna lie, like I've been a bit perplexed since last night. You know, it was like it started off as a celebration and it is still a celebration, but I'm not gonna lie, man, like, you know, there are things that we're doing behind the scenes, dope, to perpetuate the passion of the fandom, right? I'll just leave it at that. And a lot of that takes, I'll leave it at that as far as details. A lot of that takes time and effort, um, physicality, and I'll just leave it at that. So in my mind, and I'm just speaking for myself personally, in my mind, I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this? You know, but then I think I have to step back because that's the emotion that kicks in. The same emotion that everybody else gets when they see hashtags that they may or may not like, right? They get emotional. And I have to remember who I am. I'm me. I have to take a step back emotionally and say, this is stupid. Don't be emotional. Big picture is what this is. This isn't about me. This isn't about you. This is about the big picture. What is the goal? We want Zack Snyder to reunite with the Snyderverse on an official capacity. The conversation to do that with that studio is done. They can't even keep Looney Tunes on their only major streaming platform. The conversation for Zack and DC with them is over. We've already known that. Everybody crashed out about that before it was cool to say crash out. Skywalker the Jedi, in his ever-growing wisdom, called me for like a little over a week and had discussions about an idea. Through anger, through frustration, through looking back nostalgically, through many a conversations. I remember walking around the old neighborhood I used to live in at night, having conversations with him because we have major time differences and just mulling over ideas. He drops, quite frankly, one of the biggest top 3 ideas that this fandom's ever done, which is hashtag sell ZSJL to Netflix. He confided in me with that, as well as a select few other people. I came through bottom of the ninth, bases loaded. Looks like we're about to win this thing, and came up with hashtag sell Snyderverse to Netflix through all my strategic thinking, because I knew that the day would come when we're having this conversation that we're having right now, which is when a Scott Stuber says to the fandom that he's basically acknowledging a select portion of Zack Snyder's fandom who want Zack's DC work over at Netflix. He acknowledged that. Zack Snyder himself had already acknowledged it once or actually 3 times in 3 consecutive days, extrapolated in different ways with Skywalker himself at Full Circle. Fast forward, he did it again in several interviews, one being on the red carpet and another one when he was with a Latin media platform, acknowledging that he wants to continue DC and he wants to do it if Netflix were to secure it. So I'm very confused at him posting yesterday a compilation that looked incredible that was put out there by Floyd Lawton, the homie. He highlighted it after already highlighting a article that talks about his trailer, talks about Sell ZSJL, talks about all these different things, saying that's cool. So we got back-to-back Zack tapping on DC stuff, and he chose in particular this edit that has our hashtags. The ZSSM hashtags, the Zack Snyder Sell Movement hashtags, Sell ZSJL to Netflix, Sell Snyderverse to Netflix. Zack has crossed many different edits. He chose this one that has those hashtags and just reposted it very cryptically. Boom, repost, done. He does not tap into Twitter like that, or Twitter X, or X, whatever. So I'm very confused at why all of a sudden there's, to be redundant, there's confusion. There's pushback. There's, it means nothing. Well, hell, those same people that said it means nothing were literally going gaga and twerking when Zack reposted an article saying that's cool about the Man of Steel trailer. So why was that something to dissect, but this is not? I'm very confused at everyone else's fake confusion and opposition. And before I relinquish the mic, I just want to say this lastly, to be specific for those that are saying hashtag restore the Snyderverse, because those people who are very angrily utilizing that hashtag, not in a way that's just like, oh, I'm just going to use it, but also use the sell hashtags as well.
Nah.
But
let's just call it what it is. It's
hold
pretty
on,
much
I'm
like
gonna
a
get there.
fuck you, bro.
I'm gonna get there.
Okay, bro.
Not just those who are, you know, utilizing the restore hashtag. They're just doing it, you know, because I've seen some that just use it. Like, okay, whatever. And then they also use sell hashtags separately from that. We have literal people angrily saying, nah, it's restore. Fuck them other hashtags. A motherfucker literally said fuck the sell hashtags and used the restore hashtag. And I'm like, what is the problem? So at this point, it's not just Skywalker and myself, and as well as the others that contribute mightily, Austin, the good Austin, Necron, the rest of the syndicate, like the hub account, Zack Snyder Cell Move hub account. Like, not it's not just that, like, oh, fuck those guys. No, it's you're saying fuck Zack at this point. Because he's clearly shown not only breadcrumbs, but he's also shown quite literally support for those hashtags. He's verbally said it out loud. And I'll say this too. I'm not an idiot. I know Zack's a businessman. If Warner Brothers had a door open for him to come in, he would. He's said that before. I'm not going to pretend like that's not there, because I know people who dislike us or the hashtags or whatever will act like we're just being clueless to that. That's not up for Zack to decide or us to decide. Warner Brothers already said, fuck all of us, including him. They said that already. They fired everybody you like. They fired everybody that was important. They dangled people in our face and snatched them away. Like, they lied on people. They lied on Ben Affleck. They fired Henry Cavill. They fooled around with Gal Gadot, acting like she was somebody to play with. This company doesn't give a fuck about restoring anything with Zack Snyder. So if you want to use the phrase restore the Snyderverse so badly, I've already said in the past, and I'll say it now. If the goal is for you to see one of your favorite directors direct his work again in the Snyderverse, then why not use Restore the Snyderverse Netflix? I just want to see what the problem is. It's almost a social experiment for me at this point. That's all I got to say so far, man.
He said, if that's what y'all love that word restore so much, then use it. But just use it properly and more effectively, because Warner Brothers is not listening, man. And I want to go back to Floyd, because it was literally like your post that kind of sparked all this. So how'd that kind of feel for you? Can you expound on that personally? It's just that part of it, like literally seeing Zack Snyder throw his hat in with the sale movement, and then you're literally having people saying, nah, fuck that, I'm gonna do my own thing, right? And these are the bruh. I'm seeing like multiple other hashtags being pushed. It's new shit like in the nightmare, bro. I'm like, where the hell that come from? Right? Like what the but can you kind of touch on that, bro? Just from your perspective?
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, as soon as first when I woke up, I saw your text at like 12:40 sending me a link.
Hey,
I'm like,
real quick, I do not mean to interrupt. What did you just say about new material? What did you say?
Huh?
You said you saw something from the nightmare. What?
No, I said I even saw a new hashtag saying in the nightmare.
Okay,
I was
me.
like, I'm
I
even
thought,
seeing like new.
Yeah.
No, I'm like, bro, I'm hearing new hashtags at this point. Like, but they was calling us hashtag heroes.
Right. Forgive me. Pardon me. Yeah, that's anyway. Go ahead, Floyd. My fault.
Oh no problem, bro. So yeah, I woke up this morning. I saw that you would hit me up, sending me a link for the stream, and I'm like, yo, that's not normal. So I opened Twitter, and then I went to my mentions, and I saw what happened, and then I didn't believe it at first because it was just like someone saying it. So I went to Zach's page. I'm like, oh shit, this really happened. So as soon as I saw it, that's when I went to like our a little group thing, and I saw what everyone was saying, and I'm just like, oh, okay, this really did happen. So once I started seeing all the responses and whatnot, all the kind of the spinning the narrative of the fact that Zach had posted those hashtags, like there's no denying it, he did it. So for these individuals to be in my mentions talking about, oh, it was just because of the video, or oh, forget sell, it's restore. It literally just seems as though it's because they don't like the individuals in the movement. It's not about Zach. It's not about what's best for him. It's not about the fact that his current home is Netflix. It's not about the fact that he himself, as Leon said, has addressed the cell movement multiple times, multiple times. So for them to be, spewing actual hate, utilizing these hashtags, these restore hashtags, these new hashtags, pushing 318, utilizing these new hashtags when Zach literally just did this 2 days before 318. So it's just like,
Wait. So you're saying that they're trying to step on a Zack Snyder endorsed trending day? Is that what you're saying?
oh yeah, I do. I do
Okay. All
believe
right.
that.
Cool.
Because I didn't. I literally, I saw us promoting 318, but I didn't see a lot of promotion from Restore about 318 until this kind of this happened, and it kind of took off. And then when all the positive responses came with people within the cell movement, people outside of the cell movement who just saw people that responded in a normal way. They saw that Zach was on board, and they were just like, oh, okay, maybe cell is the way, and they started tweeting the hashtags. They didn't just go and just do the complete opposite just out of spite. Is literally not doing what's in the best interest for the person that we're trying to get his vision completed for. So no, I don't understand it either. And I've literally just been I was literally gonna tweet something today, but I just wanted to remain positive, and I was just gonna say how I found it baffling that people are spinning the narrative in this way, and then I have people, like I said earlier, that are coming out the woodwork who have literally talked about, they even if they were a part of a cell at one point, and lifted it up in some way, and then they just like did a complete 180, and now that this happened, they're saying, oh, congratulations, oh, utilizing the cell hashtags again. But you were just like, you were just literally on stream the other day just saying, oh, cell ain't the way, cell, those pesky cell boys. But we literally, you could go like maybe a couple years back, and they're on stream supporting it, saying supporting y'all, saying how y'all were the founders, and y'all created something great, reinvigorated the movement, what I mean, took the conversation away from WB. That was a good thing at that point. But then when you have these little insignificant arguments and whatnot, and then you just randomly do a 180, but now you're back. So you got those individuals that are strange, and then just the random opposition that's kind of already always been there, but now they're just more angry, more spiteful, and just trying to shit on what we're doing and shit on Zach. Like Leon said, you're not just shitting on the movement at this point, you're shitting on Zach.
Hey, I couldn't have said it better myself, man. And one thing is that you said that I kind of want to highlight and stay on right now is the positivity part, right? Because this was a game changer, bro. Like this was an absolute game changer, right? There has been, uh, I think, no other point in this fandom, at least in since we've been doing what we've been doing, where Zach has so much publicly gave us his endorsement to like all of his Twitter followers. Because on Vero is one thing, and on the interviews is another. But this was the first time he actually did it on his platform, And so to see that, it also let me know that he was kind of meeting us where we are, because like we have a presence on Vero, but we don't have the biggest presence on Vero. Our stuff is mainly kind of concentrated on Twitter and X. So for us to kind of get met where we were was even something bigger to me, man. Honestly.
100%. Yeah, seeing seeing it on Twitter versus even though he did post it on Vero too, he posted the link to the tweet. That was cool. But yeah, seeing it on X, something that he barely utilizes. He has like under 600 posts, and he usually doesn't retweet fans. And for it to be something that is out of the ordinary, and then he chooses our hashtags, and he saw, like, he had to see what I said. He didn't just see the video, and for him to retweet that, basically saying, addressing the fact that there hasn't been anything that's come out that's reached the level of quality of his movies. He retweeted that. He didn't just retweet, and then with everything that's going on with, that new movie or whatever that's coming out in July, doing it around this time, during this time, is very
Yeah, man.
interesting.
Right. And look, it was everything, man. That post was pretty much perfect. And I want to give you kudos, man, because that was pretty much a perfect post. You had that fire video. It had the hashtags. It had the statement about that level not really being reached anymore, and it had the trending event date, right?
Right.
So he knew what he was doing, man. Like, and every time Zach interacts with us, it seems like he don't know what he doing, right? Like,
Bro, get out of my head. I was
nah,
literally thinking to myself, every time we
go on
do
ahead,
something,
Leon.
I literally was thinking every time our movement does something, Zach is a toddler. All of a sudden he don't know what he's doing, and or we're manipulating him. I've heard that too, which is very strange that I can manipulate a millionaire. But I'll say this, Floyd, he inspired another thought. So because he gave an excellent, you and Floyd and Scott just gave an excellent breakdown of why that post was so important, because everything about it flies in the face of what is currently happening in the DC brand, and it flies in the face of opposing views of us, right? So you have that side of it. But to be more specific, in terms of Zach, he cannot touch something like that unless he has thoroughly analyzed it, scanned it, and made sure that legally it's fine, personally to his business and his brand that it's fine. He's not going to do anything that Netflix is going to pick up the phone and say, whoa, ho, ho, chill. Let's not do that. These people have contracts. Zack Snyder has contracts that he has signed. He has people that he's beholden to. So his actions aren't just, mere actions. His actions have ramifications. It's for you guys, it looks like, or, people who are naysayers, it looks like a tiny pebble hitting a pond. But that pond, you got to follow the ripple effects. It gets bigger, it makes waves. So every Zach action is a chess move. It literally has to be, because what he does and says can affect millions to billions of dollars. And that's just the reality.
Were you about to tap in, Floyd?
Oh yeah, no, okay. I was just making sure Leon was done and that you didn't have
Oh
nothing
yeah,
to
yeah.
say.
Hmm.
But yeah, I 100% agree, bro. With the way Zach operates, and we all know how he operates. But when he does do something like this, like you said, people just act like he don't know what he's doing. But the fact that he is beholden to you know his brand, a certain corporation, as such, and for him to do this, it does have to be a chess move. And I'm just proud to be a part of it. You literally just kind of go through random YouTube videos and I find something that I feel as though, you know, is like kind of like sentimental or has meaning to what we do, what Zach has done, and that video just really hit me in a way that was just like, damn, other people, if they haven't seen it, they need to see it now. And it sparked a conversation, and it sparked hope, and it sparked you know, ways for us to expose even more just negativity, individuals who clearly aren't on our side, aren't on Zach's side, and it just, you know, it brought more clarity to the situation as far as what we need to do, how we need to continue to move, and what we're going to bring to the people as the months go by. So I'm looking forward to that, and definitely happy that Zach is on board.
Yeah, man. I think that was what I really took away from the situation more than anything, right? It's that to have, because we already know that Zach has been backing us, and uh, the people that are saying what they're saying and trying to do these like funny little narratives, that's fine, right? I understand that those people have to do what they do. You know, is that's their job pretty much, right? Is to be who they're being right now. But with Zach doing this, I think that beyond that, this does kind of send that e- almost like that call when Superman died in the beginning
Yeah,
of like ZSJL, right? It's gonna wake the people up that it needs to wake up, right? Those people I think will clearly see through what is going on. And hey, you know, if anybody wants to rock out going into the future, you know, just follow the ROEs and we can all rock out together, just like Zach did. Everybody follows the ROEs, man. It's so crazy, bro.
yeah, man. And it wasn't just Zach too. Jay Oliva, he chimed in too. That was dope to see.
Right? Yeah, who's even been critical of us at a certain point, you know?
Exactly.
So that
Yep.
was even that was even crazy to see. You guys want to talk about the Jay Oliva post real quick?
Oh my goodness, I almost tripping over myself to do so. Absolutely. I'll cut him some slack because he's a professional. But here's what I'll say: he is a grand example of why everybody should probably be getting on board. He was one of the bigger platforms, the bigger entities that has worked with Zach that was saying, nah, it's not going to work. The cell idea is this and that. He was critical of the cell idea, right? Zach does his repost. He almost immediately jumps on board with Zach and is chiming in positively. I mean, if he could do a 180, why can't the rest of you?
That's what I'm saying.
They need to read them tea leaves, Floyd.
But yeah, man, I'm just this is a W for all of us. So just happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, man. Most definitely, dude. Like this entire thing was crazy to see. I was not expecting this, right? I wasn't even planning on going live yesterday. I was out, right? Just like you said, I don't be just sending you links, bro, at like, you know what I'm saying? Like random
Yeah.
times, right? But I was like, yo, I gotta see. Man, I was calling Austin phone. I was calling Necron, bro. I was blowing Leon phone up. I was like, yo, why is nobody answering me?
Bro, when he called me back to back, I was like, because I was on the phone with my mother at the time. And I was like, I literally told her, I said, hey, Mom, we've reached the comedy portion of our conversation. So I'm going to need you on the phone. She started laughing because we were just cracking jokes about something. She started laughing. She was like, boy. And I said, nah, but for real, my homie's calling me like back to back and he don't be on that type of time. Like he even sent me like a voice note. It's like, something's up. I was like, I'll call you back if anything. She's like, all right, love you, blah, blah, blah. Hang up with her, call Sky immediately. He's like, bro. And I was like, my goodness. I knew it. I knew it was something. I'm like, this man's
Wait,
calling me
and
like this.
what's funny is I think my phone started ringing or something. I was like, Leon, don't fucking move, bro.
Oh yeah.
I was like, don't move, bro. I was like, do you know what happened? And he was like, nah, what? I was like, don't fucking move. I was like,
Bro, when you
don't
said that, I literally thought you
move.
were dog sitting, and
No,
I was like, wait,
no. I
did the
was talking to
dog do
Leon.
something? I'm like, what? I'm like,
I,
hold on. And I'm like, let me get my brain around. This got to be something big. This is
I was
funny,
like,
bro.
bro. I was like, don't fucking check your phone. Don't move, dog. I was like, yo,
That joke was
I'm about to
crazy.
click over. I clicked over and then I like we came back and then I told him and it was just wow, bro. It was crazy, dog. It was crazy. Nah, but yeah, just having that happen, it really does just let us know. And we've all, I mean, I kind of mentioned it earlier, Leon, but um this really lets us know that what we've been like doing in the background, like this is the right path, man. Because I don't think that these things happen, bro, if we haven't been genuinely putting in work, trying to do things for this community and just to elevate this entire thing above anything else, right? If this has not been for clout, for any of that stuff, it has not been for ego, but it seems like that's kind of playing out in front of everybody now when you even got the marching orders from the big guy himself.
100%. I mean, nothing that I personally have done in this movement has improved my bank account. Uh, I'll just leave it at that. Like if that were even something that increased, I'd be like, yeah, but there's nothing. I don't care about cloud. I don't care about status because I wear a mask half the time, uh, semi metaphorically. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't reveal myself like that unless you a real homie. Like, we meet face to face, we out, we chilling, we doing our thing. Like, I'm largely, oh, I'm largely a persona. So it was for clout, like I'd be all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So no, it's not. It's never been about that. I'm only here because this is effective. I was one of the same ones that crashed out when they did what they did. I helped the trend fire James Gunn. I was in articles. My post was in articles. Snyder fans, DC fans are wanting James Gunn to be fired. Blah 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 blah. I was one of the ones that made it trend hot. And my account ain't even all that big. It just shows you how much passion I had to want that. So said all that to say, man, like it's never been about clout. It's been about me being a passionate fan that wants something. My passions are aimed now towards this effective movement. And I don't understand why anybody looks at it differently. Like, what are we doing in our lives or even on a platform that would show anybody that we're doing this for clout?
100%, bro. And I think that we can all say that we put more money into this than anything that we've earned, and I've earned nothing at all. And usually when I post random stuff like the compilation that I posted, I get like, between 15 and 100 likes, and I keep it moving, get a nice amount of reposts, and that's it. So
Same.
for this to happen, I'm just like, damn, one tweet can change it all. So yeah, no, it's not about clout. And like I said earlier, when I responded to Zach, I literally mentioned you guys because I did not want the narrative to be spun. I know that y'all aren't doing it for clout. Y'all didn't tell me to do that. Y'all didn't ask me to do that, but I felt as though it was necessary, and
Bruh,
that's
I
why I
didn't
did
even
it.
know this was happening, bro. Like I was literally like out. I was out with the homies, bro. We was literally out kicking it out, bro. I was at the homies kicking it, about to play spades,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
right? None of us talked about this stuff. Leon didn't even know what happened,
So
right?
didn't, bro.
I'm
I was
I'm
catching up with my
just now
fam,
talking to Floyd right now.
and I was about
I'm
to
just
go out
now.
too.
We ain't messaged or text or nothing. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, yo, this is all organic.
That's what I'm saying, man. Even Austin, he said that he he said, I know that Floyd doesn't know that this is happening right now. He already knew. And he said that he could have texted me, but he didn't. And then that's what I'm saying, man. Anytime I know that this may never happen again, but next time call me, bro. Don't just send me a link.
I got you,
Call me,
bro.
bro.
He said, "Don't just send me a link." He said, "Call me, bro."
Hey, but Floyd,
Right?
how much clout are you chasing, right? If you didn't even know about it, let's think about that for a second, right? Sky had to call me. We would have had to have called Floyd. Like, no one knew about this shit. Like, I literally wasn't anywhere near Twitter. Anywhere near
I,
it, bro.
I was about to play spades, dog. I was about
Like,
to play
bro,
spades. I was
facts.
just about to play spades. I swear to God, I had to leave a spades game. They was like, "Yo, but you was the fourth." I was like, "I'm sorry. I have to go." Like Zack Snyder just fucking reposted the hashtags. It's a wrap. Like
Bro,
y'all
I
don't get what
literally
just
was
happened just now,
I literally was
right?
about to go out after I got done talking to my mom because I talked to Sky earlier. I did something that involves, what we're doing for the fandom later, later on down the line. And I'm telling him about that. We're just having a conversation. Woo woo woo. I'm running errands, doing my thing. Had lunch, all that good shit. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm about to go home. My mom's called, catching up with her for a little bit. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm picking out my fit because I'm getting ready to slide. You know what I'm saying? Got my shoes, all that. Sky blowing me up. I'm like, hey, ma, I gotta go. And then I called Sky and I was like, well, I didn't even see. Sky's better than me. He actually, because he was actually with his people telling them I gotta go. I didn't even tell anybody that I wasn't showing up. Like, I just didn't show up anywhere.
Yeah.
The next day, this shorty texted me like, hey, what happened to you? See, what happened was, so yeah, this ain't for clout, man. Are you kidding me? I don't even have notifications on for
Me neither,
X,
bro. That's another reason why I didn't know.
Crazy,
so
bro. Yeah. No, I was totally away from my phone, bro. I was like for kicking it, and I was just getting blown up, and I was literally like about to start, bro. I was about to start shuffling the cards. We was about to play spades. I
that's like,
had my partner. You know what I'm saying? We about to, hey, first hand deal. I mean, the first hand call itself. You know what I'm saying? Like really about to get this spades game popping, and all of a sudden, I was like, oh snap! Nah, I gotta go, y'all. Sorry. But yeah, that absolutely happened. That was a great moment though. I think that oh snap, we got the homie Curly Ray trying to get a mic. Let's go ahead and get him up here. Let's
Nah,
hey,
call
real
Curly.
quick,
Uh-huh.
um, I wanted to touch on this whole idea about the origin of all this and who gets credit and all of that, because I'm seeing that conversation going on, and it's kind of getting on my nerves because I think they're trying to use that as like, oh, who cares? Like, basically, they're using it as another excuse to say that we want clout and recognition, and it's like, no, 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 no. Understand, clout is almost like adjacent to like power and status, right? That's, clout is utilized for that sort of thing. I don't. If raising my resume in the fandom raises the bar of what we're doing, fine, cool, but I want my motherfucking credit though, period. And I want Sky to get his, period. Like,
Crazy.
that will be had
100%.
and that will be discussed, and uh that will be consistently hammered home. You're not going to run around saying, oh, this thing just happened for no reason and no one said it. Sky didn't jump on a screen and tell everybody to do it. you know I didn't have his back and make sure that the idea was strong with hashtag Zack Snyder versus Netflix. Like, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna rewrite history and act like this just came out of thin air.
Yeah, bro. Not only that, but here's the thing, right? Here's why I'm not gonna allow them to try to act like they don't know who did this. Because remember when we let go of the reins, bro? Initially, remember what happened?
Tell them whose idea that was.
Yep. That
That was
was
my
actually
idea.
Leon's idea.
Yep. Because I
Right?
was trying to look
We've
out for
all
the
been
people
wrong. We've
and
all
their
been wrong,
feelings.
bro. Facts.
Facts. We've all been
Yep.
wrong about something. And you know what? You know what I stopped doing, Sky? I stopped thinking about feelings after that. You guys did that
Yeah.
shit. You turned me into who the fuck I am right now. I was Mr. Oh, the power of the people to the fullest. I'm Mr.
He
Power of the
did do
people.
that, bro.
But what happened was y'all turned your backs on me. I gave y'all the reins and you started twisting and turning and acting like fucking idiots. So I said, nah, nope, we fucking did it because that's the truth.
Yeah. No.
And so with that, we're
That is
going to
immediately
make
what
sure
happened.
everything is effective from here on out. And now you can call me the bad guy. I don't give a damn. But you need a motherfucker in a mask to make sure the streets are clean. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, no, I will never forget that, man. When we was like, yo, we just gonna let y'all rock out with it and y'all do with it what y'all will. That stream is still up, you know, and it was immediate chaos. People trying to uh snatch hashtags and uh stepping on trending days, and
License the
it was
Snyderverse to Netflix. Da, 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 da. Like what?
yep,
Crazy shit. Let's
it
take a
was.
vote.
Yep, yeah, let's vote on what the hashtag should be, guys. Like, nah, 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 nah. Like it was all kind of stuff, dude. And it was just like, wait a minute, like y'all is not even because in hindsight, it was all trying to keep Warner Brothers in the conversation, just to be honest, right?
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
right, but nah, just we got the homie Curly Ray in here though, man. Let's get Curly Ray's thoughts real quick. Um, what's going on, bro? And what's your comments or questions? The platform's all yours.
Yo, what's up, everyone? How are y'all doing?
Going good,
Chilling,
bro.
chilling, chilling, bro. Feeling good.
Chilling, man. Chilling.
Well, first and foremost, I just wanted to say shout out to Floyd Lawton, man. He's been putting in work. I see him in the timelines, putting all this stuff together, with, the videos he's done and, not just him, but everybody here in the community. And one thing I wanted to touch on, as we're talking about this is, like, I believe that Zack Snyder has seen, like, what we've been doing over here, and I can tell that you can tell he really appreciates it, even um when you get to, like, go see him at, the events. Because I'll put this for an example, so with me going to all these, conventions and just meeting, some of these people that have, like, their panels and all that stuff. There's I'm not gonna mention their names, but there's sometimes where you'll see some panels that are, empty in a way. And, you know, you got someone like Zack Snyder. And what I'm trying to say is that if I have a feeling that if we weren't here, getting to do these things, I don't really know if anybody would be left to have a, true care for Zack Snyder like we do, with us going to the events and, going out and asking these questions while, some of the others are just asking, you know, other questions that may not seem like super important, just serious questions. Like, with Sky, asking if Zack Snyder would be willing to conclude or to continue his story on a third party outside of WBD. But the point I'm trying to bring out is that, I believe Zack Snyder really appreciates, what we've been doing. I think he is really, I strongly believe it because, if, like I said, I believe if we weren't here, I believe that there will be a lot of people, on the sidelines in a way. But the fact that, that he reposted Floyd Lawton's video or, the post he created, it just shows a lot, man. It just shows a lot that he definitely sees what we're doing. And I can't wait for 318, man. It's going to be a big day. I've got a lot of stuff planned too. And, man, I just wanted to it's just something I thought I would touch on. But as always, hashtag sells ZSJL to Netflix and hashtag sells Cyberverse to Netflix.
Hey, much love, homie. And you bring up a great point, dude. Hold on, I'm getting some echo. I don't know
Real
who
quick, I
that is.
appreciate the shout out, bro.
Yo, anytime, Floyd Lawton.
Yeah, man.
That's the man that never misses, dog.
Hey, facts on that.
But real quick, just I want to say that. Hold on, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, it's because when people are on off of mute, you get a feedback for some reason.
Okay, everybody go on mute until you're talking, because yeah, it was like tripping me out. What was I saying? Anyway, yes, Curly Ray brought up a point about us kind of being the last bastion of like real Zach fans, and I honestly think that's true, yo. Like this whole thing has really cemented that for me, right? Not only you know, was this a shot in our arm and a pat on the back and like a wink and a nod and hey, I see what you guys have been doing, and I also know that this probably means that that we probably gonna get what we've been asking for. You know what I'm saying? But we got to show out on 318 though. Like we absolutely have to do that, right? But I honestly do think that it's true that we are the last bastion of like real Zack Snyder fans, man. I honestly think that to see Zack endorse our trending event and say, hey, this is what he's rocking with, at least for the time being right now, right? And for people to still be like waffling and wavering on whether or not they're going to support, you know, that was the last thing that I needed to see. That really, really just has me fully comforted knowing that this is the last bastion of real Zack Snyder fans over here. Because there's no way that I, as a fan, could have looked at that situation and start taking part in that. There's just no way that Zack is gonna say, "Hey, let's push this," and I'm gonna say, "Nah, well, let's go push this instead." Right? It just doesn't make any sense, but maybe that's just me.
Yeah, man. It's just so weird because, like, it's kind of like because I heard Necron, talk about this on the stream y'all did last night. And, he brought up a good point about how during, like, the release of Sire Cut movement, that you have, it was also ran by, studio, twerkers where, they just trying to get clicks and views and engagement and all that, all these
That's
studio
why it took
plants
so
trying to
long.
rally
Yep.
with it. Yep, exactly. And, now, we fast forward to today and all this stuff's going on. It's just like, it just feels like everyone that we, originally thought that were just on board, with Zack Snyder, doing this and doing this now. It's just like they've all disappeared now. And we're just that last, batch of true Zack Snyder fans that want to see a proper conclusion of this. Like, these accounts, like some of them just are trying to either ignore this post or they have done it in a way where, they're not happy and all that crap. So, yeah, this whole thing that happened, it's just with Zack Snyder reposting it, it convinces me more that we're on the right track. And I believe that, at some point, and it could be anytime soon, I believe that this year we may get ZSJL on Netflix. I firmly believe it.
Hey, and y'all know,
especially after July.
right, yo, and y'all know, once ZSJL ends up on Netflix, y'all,
It's a wrap.
yo, y'all know what that means. It's a wrap, dog. It's a wrap. So, hey, I don't know, right? It's just really been um crazy to sit here and see this, yo, to really have people putting personal feelings above what Zach is saying is the move, right? Bruh, I literally saw people trying to act like they didn't even know what happened. They was all over Twitter trying to act like they didn't even know what happened, bruh.
Yo, like they're just saying things like they'll say something like, "Oh, what is this?" Without even acknowledging, what it is. It's like you know what it is. Like, I'll go in there and see quotes saying, "Oh, this is fine," and then yet they're not going with what Zack Snyder reposted. It's just like if you're somebody that really, really wants to see, if you are a true fan of his work, if you literally just made a post about how you just watched Zack Snyder's Justice League recently and said that it was like one of your favorite DC movies of all time, but then yet not want to make a response to what Zack Snyder reposted. Like, what is that? What does that have to tell me? It tells me that this guy is probably a fake fan. What I mean by this guy,
Hey,
like, it's so crazy.
Yeah,
Curly Ray.
I actually
So
I actually wanted Leon to touch on that, and I think that he knows what I was talking about too.
yeah, because I was gonna pose a question to the panelists, right? So I literally have I know of an example, and I think it's the example that Sky's referring to. One of the individuals is constantly in my DMs, passionate, having conversations, and they're asking about the release of a certain cut and things of that nature, and always in my freaking DMs talking about sell Snyderverse to Netflix, blah blah blah, right? All that good stuff. Cool, and we have little conversations, and uh, that individual picks my brain, blah blah blah, right? That same individual was up under a post from another individual who used to literally write articles for Sell Snyderverse and Netflix, right? This person used to rock out hard for Sell ZSJL to Netflix. And that person was like, did something happen? And then that person that's in my DMs all the time was like, yeah, check Zach's account. And then that person that, the former rocker outer of Cell, who defected, I guess, was like, oh, is that supposed to be important? And the person that be in my DMs all the fucking time was like, nah, just a repost for a fan. Exactly, was the response. And I'm like,
Bruh.
I'm like, So you be in my DMs all the fucking time, picking my brain about Cell and the Ayer cut, and the other motherfucker used to write articles about us. Now all of a sudden there's a problem. I just want to know what happened. Actually, I don't. That's a rhetorical question. Be that as it may, touching on are these people real fans or not? I don't know, man. I just have to say, like, as a fan of the guy and you want to see his work continue, you forego all bullshit with people and you just stay the course, right? Because we're not all going to like each other, disagree, or agree with each other, or hang out with each other. Like, we're not gonna pop champagne together about everything, right? But idea and it being effective should be the thing that leads everybody, right? And us wanting to see the same goals, right? We're not all here to kumbaya. So if you become a defector because you don't like one of us or all of us, that's just weird to me. And the other individual or the example I'm giving, all up in my DMs 1 minute, and then in the next, it's like you're playing two sides. Look, and I'm not here to police people's movements. Everybody, we're all human and we're all flawed and we do weird things. I'm just saying I see it and I'm aware of who you really are as a person or who you're really not. That's all I'm saying. And that comes into question whether or not you're actually a fan or if you're just here bullshitting. Which one is it?
Just here bullshitting.
There he is.
Exactly.
What's going on, Austin? How you feeling, bro?
Good. I'm feeling amazing, bro. I'm feeling amazing. I was just obviously listening in for the longest on this conversation. I had to finish up some things for a little project we got going on. Which, by the way, Sky, you gotta check your DMs, bro. I want to see. I want to hear your reaction to that live. Uh, just to hype up everybody else that has no idea what the hell is going on,
Okay, let me see.
and
Let
will
me see.
remain unknown until 318. Drum
Hold
roll,
up.
please. That's when you gotta go to a cool table chat. Oh, only a couple people got that though. Sorry, boys. Sorry, everybody.
Oh wait, hold up, hold up. I think I went to the wrong
Nah, you gotta go
one.
to the cool table chat. Shout out to the cool.
Hey, hey, nah, man. They don't know, bro. They don't know, bro. Yeah, they ain't
Yeah.
ready. Perfection. Oh man, that's dope as shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Nah, but yo, how you feeling though, bro? And you know what? I'm about to fuck y'all up too. Eh, Go
Oh yeah,
ahead,
you got
Austin.
yeah. Okay. Nah, I've been feeling amazing all day. And as we always say, like everything kind of works out how it's supposed to work out. And as Floyd mentioned earlier, I always say that, don't worry, man. I'm never worried because God got us. And he did obviously like last night, because as you said multiple times, I fell asleep, I zonked out. I like kind of was like, yo, you good? Anybody need anything? Okay. And he's like, "You're good, man." I'm like, "All right, I'm outie, man." And like I had to go to sleep, and I was out, but I woke up early, and I was kind of able to keep like everything going, keep the push going, keep people talking about it, um, and keep the trend going. Like everyone who was up with me, I know Curly was up with me. Floyd woke up eventually, um, and we all kind of kept it going and kept it pushing and kept the conversation going from last night while we were listening. And dude, I was dying from the stream last night. It was so funny. If anybody hasn't listened to that, go back to Sky and Leon's channels on YouTube and rewatch that stream because it is hilarious. Stino was cooking. Stino was drinking. He's like, man, I don't even drink.
Hey yo, bro had a whole bottle.
That shit was hilarious. He made the dumbest bet of all time, by the way. Everybody trying to get in on that bet. He bet that, which it's not
Yeah,
impossible.
I was trying to tell him, bro. I'm like, bro, don't do that, bro. I'm like,
Don't
don't do
do
that.
that.
Like
What
you're
you doing, man?
you're bugging. This movie's gonna come out, bro.
It's coming out, dude. They spent way too much money for it not to.
Right.
I don't think that would be the most epic tax write-off of all time if they did that. Like, no way. And
For
then
the
what do you have? A bot army that hashtags release Superman Legacy or release Superman. Like, oh man, that would be hilarious. But nah, and it's definitely coming out, and I think our our early thoughts of what it's gonna be is that it's gonna definitely suck as well. So the question is, how much money will it make? How much money will it lose? Does the Superman logo get enough people in the theaters? I mean, I'm not going to watch it in the theaters. No fucking way. We do the old Skywalker first trailer uh, thing where we'll give it a chance, but I mean, first trailer sucked. Everything else after that sucked. I mean, teasers sucked. Everything about this sucks, dude. Like, there's been nothing good that I've seen come out. Like, even the logo reveal, I'm like, oh man, this is an upside down low type slide. This dude,
Y'all check the cool table.
no drum roll. Oh shit, Project Red Sun. I don't even want to click on this, dude. I don't even want to click. I don't even want to see it yet. But I'm about to. Wait, wait, wait. Oh
That's just
shit!
one of them.
Yo!
They getting a little look at Project Red Sun, y'all.
Yo!
Yeah,
Yo!
live
What
look.
the?
Sorry about that,
Yo,
y'all.
that's dope. That's dope.
Sorry about
Dude,
that,
That's dope.
y'all.
that is
I had to do that.
way. That is way better than I thought it was gonna be.
Nah, yeah, bro.
Holy
Anyway,
shit, bro.
continue with the conversation.
Anyway, what the fuck, dude? You fucked me up. What the yo? Oh my god. Oh. Yo, Necron, get in here, dog. You gonna be typing in the freaking cool table chat? I see you. What are you doing, dog? Press the mic, Necron.
Anyway,
Come on.
but yeah, what are
Call
we
him
talking
out, yo.
about
Oh shit, that's crazy, bro.
before I?
Project Red Sun, man, 318, and that
Mhm.
I wanted to say too. I was just talking about my day, my night. Giving y'all a recap as to where I was at. Sorry I wasn't a part of that chat last night. Would have been epic, but I'm here now, and there was a reason why I woke up so early and went to bed so early last night, so we can keep this thing going on Twitter and trending all day. And as Floyd was saying, like stay in front of it, because as we know, they always try to like ride the coattails and bring and delude the message and like, oh, now they're using restore. It's like no. And like even like the summation of what it is on X, like that Grok does, will get diluted because of all the other hashtags and the things that people are doing to talk to WB in the old studio. Like, as we've always said, we never got it, right? We've never understood. Last night was like the ultimate validation, right? It was the mother box dropping in the chamber, hitting the fluid exactly as Flash touched the edge of the box and give it the spark, right? Like Zach was the spark. We are the mother box, right? That's exactly what it was. And people are blind to that. Oh, what does it mean? Did you read the tweet? Because you know damn well that Zack Snyder read the tweet that he reposted. He wasn't just. And when you're on Twitter, you all use Twitter. Zack Snyder isn't using a different version of Twitter that we all are. You see the text before you see the video. Like, what are we talking about, everybody? And to obfuscate from that, to play these vain stupidity games, like you're the people that we all grew up with that we hated when you act stupid. Like, we know you're not that dumb. We know you're not. So stop trying to act stupid because you're bad at it. That's the thing. You're bad at it. And if you're clearly a Zack Snyder fan, and if you follow him, like we all do, you can't see what he just reposted and the hashtags that he just reposted, and then maybe look yourself in the mirror with everything that you've been doing and think, maybe I should do that too. Like I don't and you guys have said it, I have to re-say it, rephrase it, I guess. Like, it doesn't make sense because what they're doing is literally trying to do everything against what real fans would do. That's why it doesn't make sense, because they're not real fans. They're bad actors. And that's why it's so like mind-numbing to us. And that's when they talked to us previously, and it was mind-numbing to them to not use restore. That's why it was mind-numbing to them, because they can't not, because it's a part of their whatever, their bylaws, their contract, whatever it is. As Stino said, $200 a week. It's worth it, I guess. Like, whatever it is, like if it's nothing, if it's just access, if it's like, I don't know, if it's just because you hate the two guys and the four guys, five guys, the ladies also, shout out to the ladies in this movement. Everybody, do you really hate everybody? You think we're all shitty people? Like, for real? For real? I mean, I know, like, I didn't get my nickname because I was necessarily an asshole, like, because to come in clutch, like, and I know that I'm not an asshole, like, for real, and I can be because it's reciprocal energy. That's what it is, and I hate people who kind of like
You
put a
get what you
stain.
give.
You get what you get. What goes around comes around, baby.
Wait, what happened to
What you
Marco,
was?
man? I had tried to bring him up here, but I don't know what
Oh no,
happened.
maybe I was
It
talking
probably
too
dropped
long.
him out.
I was on a
Oh, I don't know.
diatribe. My bad. My bad. My bad.
No,
You
no,
want to
no,
be so many speakers or not?
no. We should have way more space because I think it's like 10 speakers.
Listen,
All right,
Yeah,
next time
after last night, you ain't got
yeah.
nothing to apologize for. Because between you and Stino, I'm gonna need Stino to. We either taking the mic or the bottle next time. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Right, crazy.
God dang.
he was
Stino was
ripping though.
wilding.
Dude, he got jokes. He had jokes for days. I
You
don't
should have
necessarily have
heard after
jokes right now.
the stream, bro. It was crazy.
Oh
It was,
man, the backstage shit, dog.
Bro,
yeah, yeah.
backstage. Lord
He
have
was
mercy.
wilding. He was wilding, bro. I was like, bro, you're bugging. Like he's in there, you preaching to the choir right now. But
He
anyway,
said, I bet $150.
Oh, you talking about that part, bro?
yeah, bro. I'm like, dude, like, who are you talking to right now, bro?
I'm like Sky. I said Sky. You know, out of respect, I was just chilling because I'm sitting here like, are you serious? Like,
Yeah,
you don't
I
even
told him.
know the work. That
I
joke's
told him.
funny though.
Nah,
Good looking.
but yo, it's just been great though, man. I've been really enjoying all of these things happening and just being able to have the homies here throughout it all, right? We've just continued to rock out. We haven't really wavered in what we've been doing what we've been asking for. You know, it stayed pretty consistent, man. All this talk about animation, and it's funny that I didn't know, but uh, apparently that was a situation that came up again recently. So this might have even been Zach kind
Yeah,
of
you missed
dead in that
that.
whole conversation too.
You missed
Yeah,
that,
cause
dog.
yeah, cause I don't be following these dudes on social media like
Yeah,
that. Like I just don't be on X, right? I don't be on X a whole lot, and then I just hear about, oh my God, you know, uh, such and such is bringing up animation again. It's like, oh
bro.
my God, here we go. And
They
like Zach kind of came off the top rope, like Macho Man. You know what I'm saying, with that
He's like, nah,
elbow.
this is awesome. Like, nah, this is awesome, dog. Not no freaking animation shit. They used the article that Zach reposted and said this is cool. I think his name is Jared Purrington. He's the concept artist for Zach. He reposted an animation that he did. Must have been from the concept art, which is of a scene from Man of Steel, and just like replied with that to Zach's post of the Man of Steel article. And they used Jared Purrington's post to be like, oh, yeah, this animation, this. If this was restored, blah, blah. It's like, bro, are you fucking kidding me? Like, obviously, Jared's not saying, like, posting that to be like, use this for the anime.
Bro,
What the fuck, dude?
they out, bro. They so obviously are trying to get that Warner Brothers shit, bro. Because I'm pretty sure that Warner Brothers is willing to probably do it in some form of like animation if we were gonna accept it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hell no.
if we would accept it, they probably would. You know, but it's like hell nah. No, no. That is
Because the
not
thing is,
what. No.
we'll not accept it. The actors won't accept it either. So we're not gonna. Even if it was something they would do, it's not like the fucking actors are gonna be down. Like you might get some of them,
Shit.
but not the top
If
ones.
they want animation so bad, bro, why don't y'all just put that new Superman movie out in animation?
Facts.
Like
Yeah, dude, release
100%.
Superman Legacy and fucking animation.
that
Give
and
me that.
whatever little Batman movie y'all trying to put out. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, put all that in animation since y'all like cartoons so damn bad.
Yeah, dude, just make an animation of Batman Year 2. It'll follow the Batman Year 1 animation.
Facts.
Batman Year 2. That's literally what you're doing.
Bro,
Right.
Justice League Dark Side Apocalypse War is literally ZSL 2 and 3 in animation.
Facts.
Well,
The
there you go.
Batman is a little bit different. But
Somebody
There you
go
go.
tell the alcoholic
Oh
if he wants it so bad, he could just buy it on Blu-ray.
Yep, just watch Apocalypse War, which is
Just
actually a
go ahead,
great
yeah.
movie, by the way.
You
Yeah,
should already own that. You need to really-
that is a
It
fire
really is
movie.
fantastic.
Yeah, I got it on 4K. How about y'all? Y'all real DC fans? You know what
Oh
I'm
man,
saying? You got that on 4K? Hey, oh my
Justin
God,
already know
bro.
about that. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild that they abstain and they do everything they can but to use the hashtags. Like even to repost his repost with Floyd's hashtags in them and then say restore or say anything else. It's like, bro, if you want to end the nightmare, you guys doing what y'all doing.
exactly.
End that freaking nightmare. Respectfully.
He said, "In your own nightmare, like, because y'all think
No,
y'all the
for
only
real.
ones in this
Come to the
nightmare,
light.
bro.
Y'all
Ain't
putting
nobody
that
else in the nightmare, bro. We over here chilling, like we
Hey.
working on huge game changing shit, bro. We over here chilling, having a great time, happy,
that's real.
progressing. Ain't nobody in no nightmare, bro. Fighting for this shit has been dope.
The
And
cool thing is,
You know what I'm saying?
it's up in the fucking background for me right now, and every time we're over here on life changing shit, I just see the cool thing with that in the background. Like,
Bro, I got
yeah,
something to
dude,
tell you later,
yeah.
Austin, about what I've been doing, because I told Sky, because I was actually kind of blown away by the information that I got from the people I've been working with. I'm like, what? But anyway, I got something to say about these two hashtags real quick. It's funny how it's just hilarious how they snuck another one in. The rule of two, right? Two hashtags work with trending as opposed to multiple at the same time. So they're like restore plus. What do we say in the night? Like really, word.
I know.
It's hilarious,
Do everything they can, but to use fucking hashtags. It's crazy.
Bruh. Just like I was talking about how like it's a few of these platforms that just be talking to everybody around us, bro. You know what I'm saying? And this and it's like, okay, well, I'm just not gonna acknowledge these guys still, right? Like I'm not gonna talk to them, It's like, man, fuck out of here, bro. And it's just once again, they wonder why people think that they're plants. Look,
Yeah,
if you
never move
if you don't want
organically.
if you don't want
Ironically.
people to think that you're plants, then stop drinking chlorophyll. You know what I'm saying? But I keep catching y'all drinking chlorophyll, and y'all keep telling me that y'all not plants. Anyway,
We see y'all photosynthesizing
y'all
together.
over here
too.
photosynthesis, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fucking all kind of mitochondria and shit going on, bro. Like, look, this shit is wild, bro. It's like they got all the telltale signs.
Hey, well, just like a plant, I'm about to wrap their ass up and smoke them. You heard me? I'm done. I don't even care about being like,
bro.
I'm so serious.
Leon's done, bro.
I'm so serious.
Leon's done, bro.
Trim them up.
I can tell. Leon's done. He's had it, bro. He's had it.
Bro. Hey, over here, sore as fuck. Can't even tell him why.
Right?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, that's hilarious.
It's crazy.
This whole thing about about them trying to push out this narrative, like we're against what you're. It's like they're all against what we're doing, but every single person I've talked to in real life that is a fan of Zack Snyder's work, and every single time I meet these people, I always tell them like, hey, there's a possibility that the Snyderverse can be sold over to Netflix, and they've all agreed with me. Each and every single one of them are on board with this idea. So this whole thing with people like against our idea is something strictly on Twitter, 100%.
Bro, I don't even think they're
I
100%
disagree,
against
man.
the idea. I don't think they're 100% against the idea. I think they're against the people who came up with the idea. That's what I think it is. Because
That's what I think it is, bro.
if this shit was sold to Netflix tomorrow, they would celebrate, but they wouldn't say anything about the individuals that helped spark the idea and that the people that worked every day to get the train there. They wouldn't say anything about that. They would just celebrate the fact that it was on Netflix. They don't hate Netflix as a streaming platform. I guarantee they all have Netflix accounts. So it's not that.
Of course they do, because they all were championing Rebel Moon.
Right. So it's not that they hate Netflix. It's just the fact that they don't agree with individuals within the movement. So they decide that they're going to go either completely against the narrative and utilize Restore, or they're just not going to acknowledge it at all.
They got
Yeah,
a
man,
versus,
like
they're better than us, right? Right, Floyd?
Or they'll ignore Rebel Moon, take down their platform when Rebel Moon comes out. They'll start talking about animation. Like they'll completely. I forgot about that section of the fandom. My platform's gone. I can't talk about Rebel Moon.
Bruh. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Monday, it's back now.
Like
Or
they're
Rebel Moon's
all
out.
they're
But
all
Aquaman 2.
Oh, sorry. Like I was just saying, bro, like some of these accounts, like they're all gonna be gone. Like they're probably gonna disappear when this thing happens, when the Cyberverse gets over to Netflix. Some of them are probably gonna be like, oh, I've decided to quit YouTube, or oh, I'm gonna do something a bit different on my channel. I'm gonna talk about something else. Just trying to grift in, like find another way to gain engagement and views is all it is. But yeah, I'm very apologize about that. Look at Austin. I did not mean to cut you out.
Oh, dude, you're good. You're good. We're all talking at the same time. Don't worry about it. I was just saying, yeah, not only do they just release their platform from YouTube or whatever it is, and just ghost
That
it,
sounds
but
too much like a hashtag. Austin, be careful.
release their platform. Yo, hilarious. But there was a reason for that. Or they'll talk about Aquaman 2 when Rebel Moon was coming out. When were any of us talking about Aquaman 2?
Or prefers Barbie
Nah,
over
bro.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only time we talked about Aquaman 2 is when it was actually going to be Ben Affleck being in it and all that. But once we knew that they took that out, there was no reason to talk about it.
Imagine how telling that was when you had Barbenheimer, right? But you're trying to pretend like you, as a grown adult male, is you're championing. Nah, I'm gonna go see Barbie, and then when someone mentions Oppenheimer, nah, I mean, I might catch that later. Wait, what? And then and then you opt to talk about
I'm gonna catch
Aquaman.
that down the line.
That.
I'm gonna watch Oppenheimer down the line, but I'm there day one for Barbie.
Yo, I got
The only reason why I went to
Oppenheimer on
Barbie was
Blu-ray.
because my lady, dude. That's the only reason why I went to Barbie. And I saw the Snyder Cut joke in there. Just made me feel like they were promoting the Snyder Cut. Like it wasn't even a good joke, and it was confusing. So I was like, "Yo, thanks Barbie for mentioning the Snyder Cut in one of the biggest movies of the year." WB continues to fail trying to trash his fandom.
That's
Crazy,
funny.
bro. Crazy. Right. I think that what Austin said is pretty true, because I didn't even watch Barbie, but it wasn't just that he saw Barbie. It was that, hey, there was just like this brushing off of Oppenheimer, right? Whereas
Actually,
like
I said that, but
Oh,
it's cool.
no, yeah, that's wild.
you did say that.
Yeah. But
My
go ahead,
bad,
continue.
Leon. I'm sorry.
You good.
You're like, nah, I'm about my goddamn credit today.
You're motherfucking
We're gonna
right.
get it right today.
You're damn right. I've been
You know what I
seeing.
mean?
There's nothing on y'all. It's just I keep seeing. Who cares if Sky did it? Who cares if Leon did it? And it's like, what? What are we? Y'all can't get
Bro,
that.
I still have
Go ahead. What?
I still have the clip in the video that is titled The Beginning, and it's of Sky posting the hashtag. Oh, the first hashtag. He posted it, and it was hilarious because in that original video, he actually misspelled it. He was like, "Oh shit, actually, hold on, y'all, hold on," and then he put it back up because he fucked it up. Like I don't have that in the clip, but I remember that video so vividly from that fateful day in January when he just dropped it in a video and didn't
And
tell the
bro,
rest of us.
without conversation, I immediately was like, I can see the future. There's gonna be idiocy. We need another hashtag. Hashtag sell Snyder versus Snyder. Like literally the same night. They're both trending at the same time. And Scott was like, "Oh,
And wow,
great idea."
go back go back to that time. Somebody's go back to that video where it started. There's somebody that you would recognize, everybody out there listening in the chat, hashtagging the same hashtags, following the ROEs, tweeting it out, having a great old grand time, having no problem with any of us or anything that we do. And all of a sudden, a switch just flipped. So, yeah, if you really want to know about the origins of everything, it's there on YouTube, and it's
Yeah.
not getting taken down. So, the we have the proof.
Damn, that's a
Yeah.
great idea, bro.
There are multiple
Yeah.
individuals like that too. Y'all got multiple
Yeah.
people like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, right? How everybody was on board. They understood the ROEs. Everything was fine. And then it's like, hey, oh snap, they're actually gonna keep following the ROEs. They're actually not gonna let me mix these hashtags. You know what I'm saying? Like, uh-oh. Ejectocito, cuz. You know what I'm
For real.
saying, right? That's what
And
it
then when we
turned into.
pound, we keep pounding the reason. We're saying we're suffocating traffic to Netflix. We don't, or to Warner Brothers. We do not want to interact with Warner Brothers. We want to make them feel that we don't want them just as much as they don't want us. We keep saying that, and everybody's like, no. So I don't understand. Do you just like Warner Brothers?
Right? Yeah. Like, yo, what is it about this studio that is so attractive to you guys? And then it isn't even look. And then I saw a comment on my video earlier that said, no, Sky, I think it's because they don't think it's gonna go to theaters. I'm like, but then I bring up how Chronicles of Narnia is getting an IMAX release. That's an IMAX. And that's a Netflix movie. Right? Like,
2 weeks.
yo, matter of fact, the late great Mikey Sutton told me that they was gonna have an IMAX run.
Here,
Right?
I'll couple that
Before he
with this
passed
thought
away.
here.
And I'm
I'll
like,
couple that
bro,
with this
so
thought
what is
here.
even that?
It's something that you
Go ahead,
said,
Leon.
Sky. Yeah, it's something that you said. As a matter of fact, you said on, I think, one of the last spaces that we did, I think, none of y'all tripping about a theatrical run of Zack Snyder's Justice League, were you? So why all of a sudden are you panicking about that? Don't let that be your little excuse. Because we were all championing the release of the Snyder Cut on HBO Max, and we were all
Yep.
fine with it.
That wasn't even a worldwide platform yet, dog.
Facts.
Wasn't even a worldwide platform yet. Right? But that was cool
Something
enough.
else I actually did want to, or there's something I want to add on to, with us talking about, with them worried about ZSJL 2 not, or ZSJL 2 3 not being in theaters is like, you got Warner Brothers that recently released, is it Mikey 17 or is it Mickey 17?
Mickey. It's
Okay, I
Mickey
just want to make
17.
sure I pronounce.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I didn't
Oh,
pronounce
the
it
Rob
wrong. So
Pattinson
Mickey
joint.
17. Yeah, that's starring Robert Pattinson. That's gonna be on digital in 2 weeks, or I think it's about to be on there. Like after 2 weeks after its theatrical run, it's already on digital, and not to mention that you have freaking with them doing that, it's just like, you know, you got Netflix, which will have, like what Mikey Sutton said, will have a theatrical run. But it's just like, why are you against the idea of Netflix having the theatrical run when you got WB that'll probably do the theatrical run, may not, you know, that will literally, after probably 2 to 3 weeks or 4 weeks after it's in theaters, it goes straight to streaming. It literally goes straight to streaming. You know, you got some, you know, with the situation that Warner Bros. Is in right now, most of the films that they're releasing in theaters right now are probably going to be on Tubi within a month, because some of their shows and movies are already on Tubi right now. They're leaving Max and going over to Tubi where people can watch them for free. So I'm just sitting over here like, you know, why are you guys complaining about this? Even when you guys didn't even see Zack Snyder's Justice League in theaters in the first place.
I'm asking those same questions, bro. I'm asking those same questions. We didn't get a theatrical release for the first one outside of a screening at Full Circle, and then one at the Egyptian Theater, right? Oh yeah, and they might have had one more in what's like Detroit or something, if I'm not mistaken. But just in general, right? That did not get a wide release, and I actually think that this version that Netflix could be locking down could quite possibly get the well. We know it's going to have the largest streaming audience, but it's probably going to have the largest theatrical audience too, because I think that they're going to do something with this movie and have it in have it in theaters so that people can enjoy it at at least a couple times. You know, if there may be like weekend screenings or something, or like a 1 or 2 week window. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be like some long theatrical run. I don't think that that is in Netflix's best interest, but I do think that it's in their best interest to have some kind of theatrical experience for this, so that people can lock in and really enjoy it on the biggest screen possible.
Don't
And the other
forget
thing
that they
about it
have.
is too, I'm sorry, I'll let you go, Austin.
You're good. They have Netflix houses, the Netflix house. I forget what that's called, but there's two like big open storefronts that they're releasing on the East Coast and in Texas. One's going to be in Pennsylvania at the Mall of America, and one is at the Austin Mall or a Dallas Mall, I forget. But it's basically like a giant Netflix mall front store where they're gonna have like a front access where you can walk in from the front, and it's going to have all their series and movies and things in there, and games, food, all different types of things to interact with their content. So not only are they going to have the opportunity to have IMAX movies, but they're going to have a whole nother interactable thing for families and for couples and for everybody in between to go to on the East Coast and in Texas, where things are kind of still kind of cheap in Pennsylvania and not super expensive in Texas. Like I don't know if they're gonna have anything in California just because of prices and everything out there. Like I don't know what's going on with that, but they're releasing that, and they're obviously probably gonna have theaters in those things. Those are just the two first storefronts that they're gonna have, and based on how successful those turn out to be, they're probably gonna move on to different malls around the country. And that just means that they're going to have the opportunity to have theaters within those storefronts. Like they don't necessarily need to buy theaters, which they can definitely do. They can just make their own. So that is a realm of possibility that no one ever thinks of. Like everyone acts like they know everything about the business world and everything that these people are doing. Did you have any idea that Netflix was going to buy WWE for $5 billion? Did you have any idea that they're going to do live Christmas Day NFL games? Did you have any idea that was going to happen before they announced it? Did you have any idea that they're going to buy the entire DC catalog to run for 4 months? Did you have any idea? Like, I don't think y'all do. And you guys don't know anything that they're planning to do until they tell you. And all that this tells me, right? The thing that nobody is talking about, and something else that this can tie back to, is there a different reason for that James Gunn Zack Snyder pick? Is there a different reason that they actually met besides James Gunn trying to fucking clout chase? Maybe they met because they were actually at a business meeting regarding the very thing we're all fighting for. Maybe. Because these two are busy people. You think they really just met up for a cup of coffee or just, oh, hey, you really think that happened? Or you think James Gunn, or I'm sorry, you think Zack Snyder is not going to associate himself with James Gunn unless he has to, unless there's a planned meeting, unless he's getting paid. You know what I mean? So, y'all, everybody within this fandom, outside of this fandom, who has an opinion about this fandom, uh, not just the Cell movement, but the Zack Snyder fandom as a whole, everyone moves and acts like they know exactly what the fuck these business people do. Like, y'all, some person within the fandom and an executive at these places. If you're talking to one of us, I highly doubt you are. Because even then, even with everything that's happened right now, Zach didn't comment on the post. He just retweeted it. Like, he wasn't talking to he wasn't talking to Floyd. He's just like, yo, this is dope. Boom. Wow. He wasn't having a conversation with any of us. So none of y'all having a conversation about any of this stuff. Probably not an executive or the movers and shakers within the stuff that's going on. So the opinions that everybody has about this, it really makes me laugh and it baffles me at the same time because like you act like you're the all knowers of everything, and it's like, nah, dude, the smartest man really knows that he knows nothing. I say that all the time, but and you guys don't like have enough hope, you don't have enough creativity, you don't have enough imagination. Maybe am I the only one who connected that Zack Snyder and James Gunn pick back to what Zack is doing, and maybe that means that they have DC? Like, open your minds to the possibility that this could happen rather than shooting it down every time you hear something about it, or it like going to the negative immediately. It's crazy that people involved in the Zack Snyder movement could be so depressing at the same time. It's like you haven't been a part of this truly if you consider yourself a Zack Snyder fan. Like, you're not involved in the community that we're a part of, the how we don't leave anybody behind, and we lift people up and we support AFSP. Like, you're truly not a part of that if you have these opinions that you do. I really urge people to question their own motives when they do what they do, who are against us. Like, it makes no sense. If you really don't like us, maybe that is what it is, but we're truly moving in the best path in the way that Zack Snyder would want his fandom to move. That's why we call ourselves Zack Snyder's Cell movement. Almost said fan movement. That's why we call ourselves that, because we believe in what we do. And it's not just a farce. We're not just making it up as we go along. Like, there's a purpose to everything. And to fight against that at every turn, and why? We're asking that question over and over again, but
Yeah.
I'd really love an answer.
Yo, I feel it, man. And Austin was for sure cooking just now, man. Hold up. Let me bring the homie M Shiver up here. Right. Let's get his thoughts on all this real quick. M Shiver, when you got your mic situation straight, bro, you can ask a question, make a comment. Platform is all yours. All right. Wow, he gets that straight. I just wanted to highlight Austin brought up some great points. He's like, did you know that they was gonna be buying WWE? You know what I'm saying? Did you know that they was gonna end up doing this? Did you know that they didn't know none of that stuff, bro.
Just saying. Just saying.
Right? Uh, None of us knew. And so for everybody to be sitting here acting like they just know what's possible and they are so certain that, oh my God, that this could never happen, it just seems kind of odd, man, because there's been all kind of stuff happening that we had no foresight of, is them getting these live sporting events and Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, right? Like, who saw that stuff coming? You
And the
know,
crazy part is people don't even understand like the amount of money that Netflix has to play with. They definitely want the Snyderverse on their platform. Please believe.
Bro, that's gold right
they
now.
even had Scott Stuber who like openly said it, right? And then even with him kind of leaving Netflix right after that, a lot of people saw that as like a bad thing. I'm like, man, he could be about to get in on this on the fucking back end. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
Oh,
because
he made his studio so quick.
I'm like, bro, what if that's what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, he like, yo, man, if we gonna really do this, like, I want in, dog. Yeah, he's like, hey, we love Zach over here on Netflix. The more Zach, the better. Ain't that what he said?
hmm And then I also brought up today with another conversation was the whole Dan Lin calling us bots on the podcast thing. I'm like, for real? And I was like, man, a bot calling us a bot. He's like, you calling Dan Lin a bot? I'm like, no, obviously not. Calling you a bot. Like, come on. And that conversation is hilarious, and it should have been also put to rest when we saw Dan Lin out there smiling at the Road Moon event, at the Zack Snyder event. And when a executive leaves a position like amicably, right? He's moving on of his own free will. He passes on the torch. It's not just Dan Lin gets to come in and do whatever the fuck he wants, right? Like he's got to follow what the shareholders want them to do and what the company line has been that Stuber, almost call him Scoober, Scott Stuber set forth. So Dan Lynn's just following the plan, dog. Like, did you really think he was gonna come in and shake up everything? Like, nah, this isn't the shambled studios of WB that makes fucking cutthroat decisions at a breakneck pace. Like, it's ridiculous. And it's also more you know and the improvement of Dan Lin is good too, because right, he left. He didn't want to sign up for the DC job that he knew was going to be a failure, right? That James Gunn ended up signing up for. He left that and didn't want to sign up. He's like, nah, I see what you guys are doing here, and I don't want to be a part of it. And now he's with Netflix with Zach. Like, how is that a bad thing? It's not. Also, just saw I got a reply. I said to somebody earlier, why are you still using the restore hashtags? And they replied to me. They said, if it's sold to Netflix, then it gets restored, right? This is the mind games they play, man. All right. If it's sold to Netflix, yes, in a way it will be restored. However, it's got to be sold to Netflix first to get fucking restored. All right?
And they're not restoring anything, bro. Like,
Right, it's not
bro, it's
being restored,
it's
it's being
like
revived.
You
he's
never
saying,
had it. You can't restore something you never had. That doesn't make any
Right?
come
sense.
on, man.
If I have an old Mustang, right, a Mustang GT, and it's mine, I then restore it. That's my shit. That's my car. They don't even fucking have it.
It's wild,
Crazy,
dude.
bro.
The
Crazy,
mind
bro.
game, the mind games, the head games, they're gonna end, dude. They gotta end.
Yeah. They know what they're doing, bro. They know what they're doing. Like, this is people being willfully ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Willfully obtuse.
Obtuse. I was
Purposefully
about to say that.
obtuse.
Obtuse.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Project Red something about to fuck them up, dude. I'm just
Hey,
saying.
man.
What
Hey,
what happened?
did y'all check the cool table again?
I did. Again? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh man. Here we go. Oh, what happened to M. Shiver though? Come back. Come back.
Yeah, I don't know. I tried to give him a mic and it had gave it to him, but then
Let's
it just dropped him out.
go.
You know what I mean?
Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted. Fucking A,
Yeah,
dude.
bro.
Welcome up. Fuck him up, dude.
What, fuck 'em up, you
Oh,
know.
I see what you mean. By what you said earlier too.
Yeah, bro.
Mm,
Yes,
I
yes,
see what
yes,
you mean. I see what you
yes,
mean.
bro.
Still fire though. Oh man. Sorry, y'all. Sorry we can't share this with y'all right now, but you guys will see on Tuesday. So don't trip. Don't trip at all. We got some things coming for y'all. And hoping y'all been saving y'all piggy banks. Hoping y'all been saving.
Right.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yep.
That's all I'm gonna say about that one. But yo, I'm gonna relinquish the mic because I've been talking too much. And I definitely have to go to sleep, so I should probably dip out and just listen for now. So let me say my piece. Thank you everyone for continuing the hashtag on this glorious day, this glorious weekend right before 318. Are you kidding me, dude? He didn't do this for no reason. So stop acting stupid and just get with the program. Follow the ROEs. We'll see you on Tuesday. If you're working, you can schedule your tweets. How you do that? You go make a tweet, and before you post it, you schedule it. You just look for the option. Just look around. It's there. If you see three little dots, that's probably your best bet. But schedule your tweets if you're going to be working, if you're going to be busy. Make some cool posters, make some videos, do whatever. Make a video of yourself, your collection, what you got as a DC fan, and then say the hashtag sells ZSJL to Netflix, sells Snyder versus Netflix. Why? Because you want to see Zack Snyder's vision finished, just like the rest of the DC fandom. So thank you again. We're gonna keep pushing after 318. So don't think it's the end of the road. Everybody, the train keeps moving. This is just another piece of momentum as we build this kinetic energy. So everybody, hop onto the Speed Force. I'll see y'all there. And I'll see y'all next time. I'll be listening to chat. Thank you everybody for being here, and thank you, Scott, for having me, homie.
All right, bro.
And no problem,
Much love,
bro.
man.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh shit. And Floyd, shout out to you, homie. Shout out to you, dog. Come
My
on.
man, I
Dude,
appreciate you, bro.
his tweet went viral, dog. He's the first one of us to have a viral tweet. He's got 230,000 views on that right now. Get out of here. Get
Hey,
out of
yo,
here. My
that shit
man.
wouldn't have happened without y'all, man.
Bro,
Appreciate
hey,
it.
y'all didn't do this, but I rode the same plane as Floyd, so y'all not as
That's
cool as
true.
me. Y'all not as
It
cool as
was
me.
fire.
He didn't even know either. He was just sitting all chilling in the seat, and I walked by him and duffed him right in the chest. He's like, "What the?" He was ready to swing.
Hey,
He was ready to swing, dude. He was ready to swing. Yo, shout out
nah,
Floyd. Love the shit out of you. Love the shit out of everybody. And we got some stuff coming, so stay tuned.
hey, much love, bro.
bro.
Yeah, man. Much love, much love. We about to
Yo,
start wrapping this up too. So
Well, I was
um
ready to say I got work in the morning too, so
yep, I was yeah, yep. Let's go ahead and start wrapping this up. Curly Ray, you want to give them your final thoughts as we close on out, bro?
man, all I have to say is that I believe it is wonderful that we have been able to get together, as a community. I know I probably said this a lot of times, but, you know, I fully believe that we are in the right direction. I believe this community has done a lot um for the fan base and for Zack Snyder's work, and I believe we should continue doing what we're doing. And all I could say is I can't wait for Tuesday. Hashtag Celsius show to Netflix. Hashtag Cell Snyder to Netflix. And happy 4-year anniversary to Zack Snyder's Justice League.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Much love, Curly Ray, aka Rebel Moon Theory. Y'all be sure to go get him in a like and subscribe. Right. Floyd Lawton, bro. What's your final thoughts as we close this thing on out, bro? What's on your mind? As you're kind of the one that's been at the center of all this stuff.
Hey, man, it's been one hell of a day. I'm just glad to be a part of this movement, man. And as far as the tweet goes, I'm grateful to Zach for taking the time to go ahead and do that, and for breathing new life into a fandom that has already reinvigorated the fandom in its entirety. Just Zack Snyder self movement itself. So so a great moment to be a part of. And I just wanted to say that utilizing the hashtags, the cell hashtags, is literally just about seeing the conclusion of Zach's films and seeing him win. So when you see the hashtags and you see us doing what we're doing, joining us isn't like some, some big deal or some negative thing, you know what I mean? It's literally just trying to get what we're supposedly all supposed to be trying to accomplish. But it's as though, if you're not the one behind the wheel, then you don't want it to happen. Or if there are certain ideals that, or like the ROEs or something that you feel as though you can't get behind even though it's effective, that's just crazy to me. But I'm glad that we had this day. I'm excited about Tuesday 318. I'm excited about what's coming after that for sure. I got a long road ahead of me in reference to some things that we got coming up, so I'm excited about that. And yeah, man, I'm grateful to y'all for everything that you guys did to get us here, and that you guys will do to continue to keep this thing moving forward. So thank y'all, and shout out to Zach for retweeting that tweet, man. And shout out to the individual that made it too, because they actually tried to come at me earlier for not, even though I did shout him out for creating it, they just tried to come up with anything to try to make this negative. But yeah, that was another narrative that they tried to come at me with, like, oh, you didn't give old boy a shout out. Literally, I did. It just wasn't in the original post. So you can, if you look at the repost, you can see him. Go show him some love as well.
I ain't even know that happened, bro. But it's gonna be anything, bro. You damned if you do, you damned if you don't. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying, man. Crazy. And it was
Pretty sure
actually
that you
old
didn't think
girl
that
herself.
shit
It
was
was
going.
actually it was
Huh?
old girl herself. That was the crazy part. I was like, yo, for real? Like, we don't even follow each other anymore.
Say, why you even over here? You know what I mean? Like, why you even? Hey, but that's what
You
happens, bro.
said
Gotta
that's
get
from
that
who?
clout. You gotta get
Huh?
that clout. Gotta get that clout.
Wait, well, that's who was giving the drama.
Yeah, the shorty or whatever was just trying to say that I just posted it without giving credit to the dude that made the video. Like, I'm like, first of all, why are you even addressing what I'm doing? And you don't even know what you're talking about because I did. And then I didn't even say nothing. I just literally sent the link of me giving old boy a shout out, and then crickets, of course. But I just thought that it's crazy, and that's what I was saying earlier. Anything you could do to try to just derail or make it a negative, something positive, a negative.
That's hilarious,
Wow.
dog. That is that is so hilarious,
Wow.
dog. I just had to speak on that. Right.
Yeah, man. The things that we endure, but it's worth it though.
Man, we we really appreciate you being here, Floyd. And yeah,
Most definitely, bro.
you're definitely right about that long road ahead, man. Because I think we all do, bro. Yeah, I mean, like, uh, the the yellow brick road, so to speak. We just gotta keep it on down. And shout out to the
Yeah,
Wiz.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
And Leon as the Batman of the movement, bro. Let's go. I'm sorry, bro.
With that being said, Floyd,
I never miss, man.
you better not. And you better make it
Right?
count.
Yo,
You already got it down. That's what I'm talking about.
yo, we appreciate you for being here, Floyd. You know what I mean? That's
All right,
super dope,
dog.
bro. You know what I mean? Leon, bro, what's your final thoughts as we get on out of here? Let me go on mute, man. I can't stop laughing. They ain't got no
Hey, that was
idea.
dope. That was a dope setup, though.
They ain't got no idea how fucking funny that was just now, bro.
Exactly.
As the Batman of the movement. Oh my god. Anyway, all right. What's your final thoughts, Leon? Damn, I'm going on mute.
When you stare into the abyss, you're gonna blink. But nah, shout out to Floyd, man. Shout out to that post. Just to touch on the little thing that you said before, a few moments ago about a certain somebody highlighting something unnecessary. That's always been the strategy ever since that individual went their way. It's weird. It's kind of hilarious. Like that's the thing to highlight. You know, we're all throwing up confetti, popping champagne, and you got to be the Karen, essentially, right? Waving your finger, right, and calling the police. You know, they're making too much noise. They're having fun. You know. Anyway, I digress. This was dope. The stream was dope. This podcast of sorts, the space was dope. Floyd, man, I know you were elated when you found out the news. Congratulations on being that spark, bro. That's dope. And thank you, Scott, for the idea, obviously, and everybody behind the scenes that are doing work, including myself, et cetera, et cetera. And thank you to the listeners, the viewing audience, the people who have been rocking out with us since day one, who've literally never wavered. Y'all know who you are. And if you don't, you got questions, you can DM me. We can talk about it. You know what I mean? But nah, seriously, you guys are amazing. As I've said since day one, the victory was in the idea itself. We as a fandom, Zack Snyder Cell movement, we've already won. You know? The icing on the cake and the cherry on top will be when this thing is sold, when the Snyderverse is sold over to Netflix, when Zack Snyder's Justice League is sold over to Netflix. That is the coup de grace, you know, the mwah, you know. But the idea itself is the victory, because if not for the idea, hell, where the hell would this fandom be? You know, we'd still be begging Warner Brothers to do something. If not that, we'd be screaming at them, you know, for doing what they've been doing. And all we'd be doing is cracking jokes on the latest film that they're developing. All we'd be doing as a fandom is going viral on occasion for talking shit. And here comes Skywalker the Jedi with this grand idea to sell Zack Snyder's Justice League to Netflix, which sparks the thought of, what does that mean? Well, hashtag sell Snyderverse to Netflix. It means we want Zack Snyder's DC universe, his DCEU, his DC Extended Universe, to continue on the Netflix platform. Why? Well, because they've shown nothing but love and admiration for Zack Snyder. It's quite simple, really. I don't see how that's something that could be misconstrued or misunderstood unless you're trying to do so. I think you have to go out of your way completely to do that. It's a simple message, right? Zack's there, no matter what you think about it. He has a first look deal with Netflix. He's clearly in their good graces and vice versa. So why not support that and that relationship? They've done nothing but be good to us as fans. With every Netflix event that I myself have attended, and the rest of us, it's been nothing but great. I share this quick story. When I was completely hungry at one of the events and I missed out on some of the catering that they had for free. Great food, by the way. I literally just said out loud to myself, dang it, I missed the food, blah, blah, blah. One of the Netflix personnel came and grabbed me and said, oh, you didn't get any food? Come on. And they brought me to the back, to the kitchen area, and they said, get whatever you want, get as much as you want. And I was like, oh, wow, thanks. And, you know, I got greedy, but they said I could. Anyway, point being, every time I've ever interacted with anything involving Netflix, it's been cool. So why wouldn't I be cool? And I'm not trying to act like suits don't exist, right? We all know what that term means, suits, people who are soulless and they just want money and profit, blah, blah, blah. I get that. But what I'm saying is when a company like, let's say, that studio, the one that I'm trying not to completely use their name in negativity because they do have to sell the freaking thing, right? That studio over there, when they're giving us a middle finger, we do it in return. That's what people do. It's, human nature, right? If Netflix isn't doing that and they're rolling out the red carpet and feeding people when they're freaking hungry and being great at events and, basically laying out their property for Zack Snyder to throw a party in celebration of his sci-fi films, Rebel Moon. Like, how can I view all of that and be upset at Netflix? On the side note of Netflix, this conversation of physical media and it being evaporated because of Netflix, that's BS. If you have a problem with that, you got to talk to the studios that have always been in bed with physical media. That will be Warner Brothers, Paramount, Sony. These platforms, these studios, they are the ones who put things in theaters. Those things in theaters become physical media. You then purchase them. They got in bed with streaming and they destroyed the physical media market. Netflix has always been streaming. So how could they destroy something that they were never a part of? I'm just mentally going through the different narratives of why people have a disdain towards backing Netflix in this juncture of the fandom. And there's no real weight to anything. There's holes in everything that they do.
Wait, Leon, real quick. I'm sorry, bro. I gotta interject.
Oh, go for it. Go for it.
The fact that they got a big ass problem with Netflix while backing WBD is crazy work to me, dog. Just to keep it a buck.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Just to keep it a buck. I just had to add that in because it's over there. Oh my God, I can't support Netflix, but you can back Warner Brothers? Whoo-wee. Crazy work.
Yeah,
bro.
they get real
go ahead.
crazy. No, that's a good point. They get real crazy whenever they hear like, oh, Zach might do the Dark Knight Returns at Warner Brothers, and all of a sudden everything's great. And it's like, yo, man, I don't understand you people. I mean, I do understand you people. I mean that metaphorically and rhetorically. Like, not rhetorically, but metaphorically and facetiously. It leaves us no choice but to think that the opposition is there, strategically. And if not that, it's there because of hurt feelings for whatever reason. But pushing beyond that, right? Pushing beyond those thoughts, I circle back to the positive, which is what transpired last night. Zack Snyder saw the post. He saw a dope video edit by a great creator, whoever that may be. He's been credited, and kudos to that person. Maybe we'll try to highlight that individual, whoever, people, whatever, later on soon. You know what I mean? Like, because that would be cool to give that person a lot more credit and a lot more visibility if that's something that's put into contention. Like, oh, why aren't you guys doing this? Cool, we'll try. We'll reach out, matter of fact. That being said, Zach scanned over that post and he saw what he saw because he's an intellectual and he's a businessman. And he said, this looks like something that I can and should interact with. Because in the past, I couldn't really do that. We've had conversations with Wes, one of his good friends and producer partners. And that gentleman literally said that we couldn't utilize the name Netflix across certain things that we created for the fandom. But we can use Cell, and they're okay with us using images of Zack Snyder's work in order to promote what we're doing and for AFSP. And that was a very interesting detail because at the time it was like, I don't know if we can say we endorsed that because we don't know what's happening, right? But then they send Wayne T. Carr, who utilize the hashtags. Meepy Mod, Joe Manganiello, and the list goes on. And then eventually Zack Snyder did start liking a bunch of posts and commenting under posts that utilize our hashtags in and of themselves on Vero. And I used to keep track of all that. It got to be too much, and I'm like, yeah, everybody sees it on their own, right? Fast forward to now, I think this might be the first time, beyond him verbally discussing how he wants the Snyderverse on Netflix and how he would work with the Snyderverse on Netflix, beyond him verbally confirming with Sky and the rest of the crew 3 times on 3 separate days consecutively on Full Circle, but beyond him doing that verbally and saying yes, he would love to continue the Snyderverse on Netflix, beyond him doing that, beyond him saying in a couple of interviews, saying yes, if Netflix secure the rights to the Snyderverse, he would definitely continue it on Netflix. Beyond that, this is probably the first time he's ever interacted with our hashtags on his platform on X. Now, but not only that, this is the first time in literal years that he's interacted with any hashtags that's DC related on X. So one has to ask themselves, why now? Why now? I don't know. Some say it could be nothing. Okay, that's fair. But with his track record, are you really willing to die on that hill? That is just nothing. When the man is quoted as saying, is it surface level or is it deeper? It's always both. Remember that. So in closing, thank you guys. Thank you, Floyd. Thank you, Sky. Thank you, Cool Table Syndicate Network. Thank you, chat. Thank you, everybody listening. And last but not least, thank you, Zachary Edward Snyder. We here for you, dog. We'll meet again. Bang, bang.
Much love, homie. Yeah, that was beautiful sentiments to kind of wrap this up with, man. I think that the the obstacles that we've had to go through throughout this entire process, it's done nothing but make us stronger. Anything that is worth having will always take some fighting for to achieve, and I truly believe that. If this thing would have been too easy, I don't think one, we probably wouldn't have we probably would have been able to just put these hashtags out and kind of chill like we kind of planned on doing at first. But obviously we couldn't allow that to continue, right? But in terms of what happened yesterday, shout out to the homie Floyd Lawton, man. As I said earlier, that was like a perfect post, and the fact that Zach interacted with it and then retweeted it, I think it kind of sent shockwaves throughout the internet, because even people that are sitting there and trying to act like, oh my God, this isn't even a big deal, they're still sitting there talking about it. And you have people that are having to chime in, like they're being forced to weigh in, even if that weighing in looks like, oh, did something happen recently, right? Even something just that simple is really them being forced to kind of weigh in. So what we've been doing will echo throughout all time. I'm sorry to kind of sound like Leonidas, but I really do think that that's true. What we are about to do will echo all throughout time, and I think that at the end of the day, the people that sat back and was on the sidelines, that's something that is going to have to be worked out amongst themselves. I don't have to look myself in the mirror and think like, oh, well, what did I do that really got in these people's way, or how did I make myself a hindrance to these people? I won't have to look in the mirror and think, yo, could I have done more? Right? Because I would have literally have given everything that I could have given to this thing. Right. And uh once again, I'm gonna repeat this. I truly, truly believe that because of the things that we got going on behind the scenes, that is why these things are starting to blossom this way in front of everyone, because our intentions are 100% pure, 100% genuine, and it's really just a collection of people that have a common goal. And yeah, we don't always get along. We're not always going to think the same things, right? We are not a hive mind over here, but at the same time, you can't have people that are supposedly helping you that don't really agree with the vision. Everybody must be on the same page, 1,000%. And all of us over here that haven't wavered, you guys have been on that train. Y'all have been on that train right there with us. Y'all haven't wavered. Y'all have seen the vision, and we've done nothing but put our heads down and work. And that's all that we're going to continue to do. Right. We got some special surprises for you guys on 3/18, 2 days from now. Right. And we also got a whole bunch of doper shit down the line, right? That y'all ain't got no idea. And we're really just trying to push the envelope when it comes to fandoms and communities and creativity and blurring the lines between, you know, reality and fiction, you know what I'm saying, so to speak. So no, we are going to continue doing these things. We're going to continue having these conversations. We are going to continue to be passionate about what we want, and we're going to continue to work effectively while doing it. So uh yeah, I just feel sorry for the people that, can't really rock out and be a part of this for whatever reason, because I would want to be a part of history, but obviously they have chosen to take the side of the empire. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we'll just see what that gets them. So if anybody else got anything to say before we dip on out, about to close this thing on up.
Hashtag sell ZSJO to Netflix. Hashtag sell Snyderverse to Netflix. Bang.
Yo, and from us over here at the Syndicate Network, y'all have a good one. We will catch y'all next time. Oh, wait, and before we go, thanks to everybody that showed up. We got Josh Herrera in the building. What's going on, Josh? Benny Blanco, Danger, Venkata, The Good Austin, Osa Fresh. You got Necron, Bat Dan, Born to Tease, Mac Main, Ariel Vargas, Michael Sanders, J Mar, Sin Havoc, Cool One, Sean, Frank C, Nicensons, Witness, Rodriguez, Antonio Lopez, Vinny, Dayton, Elena. Yo, much love all y'all, and everybody that stopped through and uh, was able to speak, and or is just hang out and listen. And also shout out to everybody that will be catching this on replay as well. So from all of us at the Syndicate, we'll catch y'all next time. Peace.
Bang.